Hi Aries, welcome to your reading for the week of the 1st to the 7th of June 2020. Hope you're doing well, hope you're looking after yourselves. This is a general reading and will not resonate with everybody, as we know, but yeah, see if you can get something from it. Okay, here we have the orange gold dragon from Pearce. And it says, opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future, be a guiding light. Nice. Very, very nice. It's very cool. It's very cool. Yeah. Really lovely energy in that. Okay. So, there is, a lot of talk about June and how June is going to be one of those awakening months where you will get the opportunity to make some big changes, to have some real insight, and to just get a real sense of where you'd like to be going and what it means for you is in the future. Now here with this is, it's saying that you've got to embrace the future as you would want it, as you would see it, as you feel it, as you intuitive it. It's not quite the right word, but you know what I mean. And so by doing that, then you are already in front of the game, I guess. So you're able to translate what is the energy of what the future is into the present, and that is going to allow you to be a part of the move into the future energies. It's really, really nice. And it says be a guiding light, so yeah, you've got a lot of that, and that with that Aries comes quite a bit of responsibility, because that means that eyes will be on you and they will be looking to you for some inspiration, for some guidance, just to see what's happening next. Right, we have the 5 of Shields, 3 of Cauldrons, 14 Equilibrium, King of Swords, 7 of Cauldrons, Queen of Swords, 8 of Wands, Death, Queen of Shields, and the 9 of Swords. Okay, so the overall energy for your week is, yeah, so there's something happening for you this week, Aries, where you're feeling that you're not quite connected in or on board with a financial situation or a resource of some sort. It could be job related. Are you feeling like you're not part of things? Are you feeling like you haven't got a say, maybe, that that things are taken out of your hands? And you're these figures out the back here, where you want to be near the warmth of the fire, you want the abundance of the fire, but you're over here in the cold. And the interesting thing about this card, Aries, is that you're not looking towards this. Either you're resigned to the fact that on a financial level or abundant or job level or whatever this represents for you, you actually don't have any sort of, it's not that you don't have any right to be over here, it's like you don't have an option to be over here. Okay, let's see what's covering you. But there is that celebration. There are, there's 3 people involved in this situation, so if that rings true, then then this reading's going to be more for you. So, whether it's a coming together of people, you're looking to, bring through other people into this mix, so that they're able to contribute, and you're able to sort of work towards ideas of making this change. But also it represents, you know, the feeling that you're wanting to network, you're wanting to be a part of something, you're wanting to celebrate. So there's some celebration. Now, what also is going on here, Aries, for you is that there is reason to celebrate. So there is some good news in amongst this. But it's really hard to translate it at the moment, because it doesn't feel like that for you at the moment. Interesting. Okay, and your mindset is that you want things to be balanced. You want things to be practical as well as altruistic. There has to be that give and take there. Let's do this, but do it in a way that makes sense, that nurtures and benefits everybody else. Now, the 1 and 4 is about making a stable, a grounding, a stable structure for self. So this, are you feeling like it's not quite on an even keel what's going on here, and you're looking to find that to come through from there, because you have got the rainbow. So, that once again, Aries, says that there is a lot of good stuff in there. You know that there's a lot of good stuff in there, but, something's not quite sitting right. Or it's not quite, like if you say to somebody, oh, let's split this, and we'll be, 30-70, or you want it 50-50, and they're going, no, 30-70 or 60-40 or whatever, and it's like, I don't feel like I'm quite coming out on top of this. Okay, so this is the King of Swords. So this is an Aquarius energy. And, yeah. So there's somebody there that's going to be quite a straight talker. The King of Swords doesn't do any BS. It is what it is, and it said what it said. There's also that energy of others being involved in this. So there could be somebody that is quite abrupt in their speak, quite sort of, there's not a lot of empathy in there. There's not a lot of emotion in there. It's all pretty cut and dried, how this looks, how this is going to go. Yeah. And the past for you have the 7 of Cauldrons. So there was a lot of choices to be made, and you're actually a little bit lost in amongst that. So, and there may, what else is coming through is that you may have wanted certain things, but they haven't necessarily translated into reality at the moment. Okay, so your immediate future there. Well, here we have the Queen of Swords. So this is the Libra energy. This is justice again. So that's that, bring it through, and you've got the rainbow there, as we had before. Where did we see the rainbow? Up here. Okay, where you wanted things to be more just. You want things to be more even. You want things to be so everybody's winning. Maybe you're giving more than you're getting back. And that there isn't that balance there. And this would tend to suggest that would be the case. But you know what? You're going to have to ask for what you want. You're going to have to say clearly, communicate clearly. Okay, I'll do this, but I need this. The Queen of Swords is very, very, intellectually very, astute, able to articulate properly so others can understand. Now, is it that you're asking for something, or is it that you're offering something? You have to decide where you are at with that. How is this going to all look in the end? So, let's have a look as we go on. Okay, so this is you, and you are, it's kind of like the messages are coming through thick and fast, and this is good in a sense. But you're it's still, you're looking for direction from this. So this is you in this current state. I'll get it out. Hang on. Okay. just allow the words to come through from Spirit. Okay, so you're in a situation where you are reliant on the messages that are coming through. So if you're waiting on something, some information to come through, or a decision, or whatever it is, then that's where you are at the moment. So they are coming through. They are going to come through very quickly. So it's kind of almost like a waiting. Now, as a result of this, things are really going to change. They're going to change big time. It's going to be, you're going to go from one way of doing things to another. Here we go, there's that, kind of like, oh, that's sort of, I'm done there. And the others are saying, well, please, help us. And there is the beauty in being able to resurrect, so becoming the phoenix, so rising from the ashes, or looking at what you can benefit from this change. So, what this is telling you, Aries, is that change is inevitable. And it doesn't necessarily mean, complete transformation, but it does mean, to look at things differently. And this is going to allow you to be different in this situation. Now, we talked about here with the Queen of Swords, and being able to really, have some control over what's happening. Yeah, okay. Right, so this is your hopes and fears, the Queen of Shields. Yes, so you're hoping that you can find some benefit from this, so that you can be mature in this, that there is, the opportunity to build upon this situation. You're looking for not just the abundance and the big money or whatever, but you're looking for the stability within that, the independence within that. And you're wanting to make the most of that. Okay, and the outcome of the reading is, there's a lot of worry still. So, things have changed and things have to be done differently. But you might find, Aries, that this is actually, even though this is supposed to solve the issue of what's going to happen next, you may find that it actually opens up a whole different set of worries. But we'll have a look at that. Okay. And as I talked about earlier with the changing, this is saying carry the energy of the future, be a guiding light. So you really do need to be able to speak, to guide, to say how things should be progressing, how they should be moving forward, what it should be looking like, Okay, so first of all, let's do the King of Swords. I'm going to clarify some of these cards so that we know. Okay, I'm taking those two anyway. Alright, so here we have, yes, so there is some past stuff coming back. This is about soulmates too. So, there is, it's like a deja vu, it's like been there, done that. This is all coming back again. This could also be someone from your past that is coming in that's going to lend you some support and some advice. And it's still in limbo land. It's still a waiting game. It's still, you still are where you are, and you're wanting to get down off the tree and move forward, but at the moment that's not going to be the case. Okay, so let's do the Five of Shields over there. Okay, cool. Right, the Five of Shields, so he's the King of Swords, so there's going to be some hard talking here. There's going to be some, standing up and being accountable, really putting down some rules, setting the tone, sort of. You're going to have to step up, really step up, Aries, and you always do, but this time you're going to really have to step up, and you're going to have to do it in a way that is maybe, you know, counterintuitive, because Aries love, you know, just love people, love to be the, you know, soul and life of the party, but this is serious stuff. This is where you got to, you know, get really real and just really pinpoint what it is that's going to be going on. Okay, so let's have a look at the Queen of Swords. Yes, Nine of Cups. So, you know, you will actually be able to make this work for you. It will, you know, bring some, you know, this is wish fulfillment. So, you know, you will be able to get what you need, and you'll also be able to give what you can, and it's going to all balance out, and it's going, you know, yeah, so that's good. That's really, really good. Let's look at the Death card. Right, we've got a lot of Queens and Kings and stuff in this reading, yeah. So, the Queen of Cups. So, you know, right, it could be a Cancer energy, so it could be a Cancerian. But it could be you opening up your heart, really, you know, sort of, because if you look at this Death card, you know, there is that sort of pleading, like, help us, help us. You know, we're left here without this support. We're on our own. We really need some help. So if there's someone in your life that is needing help from you, and you're having to change the way you do things in order to do that, this is saying that you will be able to handle it. Or there will be a Queen of Cups who is going to help you to embrace that and move through that. Okay, I'm going to do a clarify for the Eight of Wands. Yes, Temperance card again. There we go. So, it is about the practical and the practical and the spiritual. The practical and the what, you know, it's all very well to wish. It's all very well to want something, but how does it work? How does it pan out? It's being able to sort of, you know, bring both forward. So with the wishes and the practical. So yes, you know, and finding that balance within self. You know, temperance, if you look at temper, when you temper steel, you're making it into something that is usable. So, you know, this is, you're going to get a lot of guidance coming through, a lot of messages coming through that is going to allow you to work out how you're going to make it all fit together and all work together. So that's good. Okay, now the Nine of Swords. We don't like this energy. We don't like this energy at all. That not being able to sleep at night, that worry. We might pull a couple of cards for that one, I think. Okay. Right. A couple of cards to clarify, please. One. Oh, okay, we've got a few there. We'll take that. Okay, so the first one is yes. So what this is saying is that you're going to, that this is going to come to an end. This worry, the Nine of Swords, is going to become the Ten of Swords. It's the end of a cycle. So you'll go from worry, and you'll be able to be relieved of that worry, which is great. Okay, you'll be able to juggle things so that they work in your favour. You'll be able to make this all work. So that's good. Good positive stuff. So the worry is unfounded, isn't it, really? But you've got to see the opportunities that are being offered. So don't look at what you've lost. Don't look at what's, you know, what you're having to give up or what's not worked out. Look at what can come of it. So that is that real move away from, you know, what the situation is and poor me, and not that you do poor me, but, you know, when it's like, darn, you know, I didn't really want this, to going into, so what can I make out of that? Okay, and then we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is the Leo energy. So if it's a Leo in your life, then that's got, you know that you're on the right track with this as well. So the Leo, the King of Wands energy is also about really making some firm decisions, being very confident in your approach, being very practical, down to earth. You know, this is the work, the projects, the making things come together and materials, you know, sort of getting those things in place that need to be in place. So there is that strong energy there. Now here we have the Seven of Pentacles. So yes, you will have to work hard. Yes, it won't be sort of handed to you on a plate, and you may have to make some changes and sacrifice. And, you know, it does seem a bit of work there. But you can do it, because you're going to make some really radical changes in how you approach it. You know, we had the Death card here before. You know, this is that transformation time, and you will need to have, you know, be brave and be confident and strong, and just know that what you're stepping into is something that's going to be of benefit. But even if it's not, it's still going to be a time of growth, a time of healing, a time of change. It is a needful time, and you need to be able to step off and just really just take it in hand and go for it. Cool, okay. Alright, so I am going to pull a couple of cards to end the weekly reading. So what's come out of that there, Aries? Let's do an overview. Okay, so we have some stuff that's going on where you're feeling like you're actually being, you know, you're being pushed out into, out into the cold, that you're not getting what you need to get it's really not fair. So it's not 50-50. Whatever's going on here, it's not 50-50. There is that feeling for you that you are doing a lot more than others. That this is a situation that you didn't really ask for. You're not really particularly happy about, but it is what it is. And you're waiting for some decisions to come through, as you've got the waiting card there. But it's going to be a transformation through this. So, you know, whether it is that you have to relook at everything, break everything down, start all over again, do it differently, you're going to be able to do this, and you're going to be able to cope emotionally. Very much so. You've got the Queen of Cups there. So you're going to be very strong in doing that. You're going to, you may find that you've got this worry here, and then all of a sudden you just come right. Because as we saw here, there is the ending of that cycle. You've been able to juggle what you need to. You've got to see the opportunities, bringing strength through, of just taking command of everything. Know that you've got to work hard, but take a risk anyway. All right, so, and at the start of it, it was carry the energy of the future and be a guiding light. So it really is about you stepping up and making happen what has to happen. Now you've got Archangel Michael there, so he's going to be protecting you very much so. He's going to be with you this week, and he's going to really, strengthen your resolve, help you to cut through the BS and all that sort of thing. He says, I am presence. So he is very strongly there. He is with you. So make the most of it. Google Archangel Michael. See what is, just get a real feel for his energy and how that's going to come through for you. But really utilize that, because he's offering it to you, Aries. Okay, so just to end the reading, last card, we're going to do the Dark Mirror. Just to make sure that, it's good to look at what's sort of happening to us, but let's have a little of an insight into maybe what's hidden beneath. Okay, so here we have his obsession. The 3. Okay, so there's times when we want things to be the way they are. There is that sort of stuck mentality. I can't see a way out of that. It needs to be this way. I can't cope with this. It really isn't going to work for me. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just feel at a loss. That's an obsession. That's an obsession with that mentality. So what this is really asking you to do, Aries, is to drop that. Become flexible. Take a risk. Just allow it to flow. Know that you will be successful in it. Allow the changes to happen. Don't become fixated, but allow that transformation to happen and to guide you and lead you forward. Very, very nice. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed that reading. There's a lot of intense energy there, so it's going to be quite a week for you, Aries. But you've got the strength, you've got the individuality, you've got the, your dynamic and you make the most of a situation once you get out of here, Aries. You know, you'll bring through that, the true essence of who you are, that strength of being an Arian, and where you just can sort of go, okay, dust yourself off and think, right, let's make this happen. So, you know, I've got all the faith in the world in you, but, you know, whatever, you enjoy and you do what you can, and you know, I hope you have the best week ever, and you really find your way out at the end of that. Okay, take care, bye.